Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, every one of you out there, school bus driver, school bus escort, mechanic out there. It's a pleasure for me every week to be here to come and inform you guys. And before I inform you, I go and doing search and looking for a lot of information to come and share it. Not even in the school bus industry, but share it to my community. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, afternoon again. So you already know my name. And for those of you who are going to see this show for the first time, you could call me DJ Alex. You could call me Alex Calix. You could call me brother, sister, bus driver, school bus attendant. I'm glad. So, as for several weeks, we was talking about school bus attendants, but we always telling people never forget about the pandemic. The pandemic that's there. The coronavirus is there. The COVID-19 is there. I mean, sorry to repeat it so many times, but the COVID-19 is there. You know, it's an invisible pandemic that's killing people. It's an invisible enemy. It's already killing a lot of people. So that's why we have to follow protocol, what the government saying, and if you're working somewhere, they're telling you to be careful, wearing your mask, using the 6 feet, all of those stuff. You know, they've been locked up people for doing party. Be careful. Thanksgiving is coming. You see, they're giving a lot of summonses. You have to be careful, especially in the school bus industry and the school bus. So yesterday, and I will say it's continuingly until they give the result. We have election. Those election we're having back there, U.S. election wasn't like that. And what the U.S. election doing, the U.S. election bringing a change. And anytime you have elections, it's bringing change. And so for some people, it might not bring change. It's the same way like us. This election is very important for you guys at 1181 Union, because we used to have and we still have election every 3 years. And you know how they conducting election on our union. So this election might be your first election you're having experience, but me, I've been here so many times, and I had experience with my community in Haiti, and I have experience in election on 1181 Union, so I know the way they conducting election. And that's what we're fighting, to have a change, to have a better way to vote. Like, you might not know, it is the first time New York City have the early vote. What don't you think about having an early vote on 1181? And so that's why we always saying we don't like the way they're conducting the election. We would like the election to do yard by yard and counting after the election, the voting is finished. But there's a way to do it. Because we don't follow the protocol. How to doing it? Even we will have protesting. Even we will have people going and protest. We know that. Because the way it's doing is no good, and we have to mandate our bylaw. Today we are not going to talk about this. Today we will continue talking about certain date you have to put in your calendar in the school bus industry. In the school bus industry, Even you guys out there, the community who are watching us, mostly parents, mostly it could be a fan of Radio Citadelle, Radio Tele Citadelle Inter. That's where we broadcasting that show. This show calling the life of New York school bus driver and escort in the schooling system. But this show, we have this show inside Radio Tele Citadelle Inter. We have it for so long. We have other show. We have other topics. Even I am the one you always seeing with the other topics. So good. Today we're going to talk about some date school bus attendants have to know, and you have to put it in your calendar when it's coming. You have to know. And you have to get in prepared, and especially for your wages. Some date concerning paying you. Some date concerning like paying you for hours. Some holidays. Some money you're supposed to receive in your company where you work at. But there's so many things we could talk in the school bus industry. So many things. You'll be surprised we have so many things to talk in the school bus industry. All right. So the only one thing I'm asking you guys, if you have YouTube, you go to YouTube and search for Alex Calix and you subscribe it. When we have those kind of show in the school bus industry, you know about it. All right. This is a community show, but it's done for the school bus, New York City school bus. And a lot of you guys, I know you don't speak English, but every Thursday we are in Creole, and Shitaton, we do it in Creole. Let's mention some date that's very important for us. November 6th. November 6th is the safety check, which I spoke about it already. That's why I don't want to sit. That's the safety check if you never have an accident. And I was giving a lot of explanation. If you go back to one of our show I have, so you will have explanation about the safety check. We have November 11th. That's Veteran Day. That day we have to get paid because it's Veteran Day. So, and plus, some of us not going to get Veteran Day because of your contract. Because of how long you've been in the school bus industry. Especially how long you've been on 1181. How long you are working in my company or on your company. You might not getting paid Veteran Day. So you have to check about your contract to see what it's saying. That's why I am fighting for us to have only one contract. I don't want to mention certain things I don't want to mention now, but I'm going to go brief. Listen to this carefully, what I'm going to tell you. You heard about Reliant. A lot of you from Reliant, I know you are listening to me now. Reliant is a company, last 2-3 years, a lot of our officials, especially our 1181 board union, were treating them very bad. They treat them very bad. They make people cry. They cause a lot of people lose their seniority. They lose a lot of people. They cause a lot of people lost their house, their loves, because the way they were treating them, it wasn't fair at all. The mayor came and gave them a grant, because between the union, between those companies, because the union is giving different contract, they decide to not paying those guys with EPP, but the city gave them a grant. Just last 2-3 a couple of weeks or maybe 2 months, they were playing them and still giving them different contract. And that's why they're telling you, people who always praying God, people who always trust God, there's a day for you. Even you see things is happening to you, but God is there. God is coming at the end to help you. Guess what? Now, those people is proud to be the city worker. Reliant people is going to work for the city. The city both reliant. So, what could be happen? Ay, ay, ay. What could be happen? Remember what I told you. What will be happen on 1181 Union? The city both reliant. Now, all of those people, they are a bunches of city workers. That's better than us now. And you see how the bud union was treating them? Now they become a city worker now. This is the last thing I'm going to mention. This is the last thing I'm going to mention, guys, for those of you who are going to see this video. You know what I'm going to tell you? This is how I'm going to tell you. And this is how I'm going to ask you. What union is going to be taking over between the city union and 1181? Because they have rules and regulation in the city. For you to become a city worker, you have to be under the city union rules and regulations. Reliant have 1,000 drivers. I don't even put escort. If you have 1,000 drivers, okay, if you divide half of it, some buses have 2 escort. So if you multiply 500 escort, 500 escort, you see how many employees you have. So what's that mean? Let me leave it. When the time is coming, I will explain. So, but take a note of it. Reliant, all of those people, they became, in a few months, maybe on January or maybe on February, March, April, they become the city employees. But what I'm going to tell you, people from Reliant, you have to be careful. The city gave Reliant management a year to move out, or 6 months or 7 months, when they train their staff for them to leave the office. You have to be careful now, right now, because when people getting angry for something that they did not like, because all of them now, they might be laid off, or maybe the city might keep them, to do the city work. They're going to be pissed off. You might getting fired, suspended for nothing. You have to be careful, people at Reliant. But you have to say, thanks God. Now the city take you. And you have to judge now. You have to be standing up to see what union you're going to take. And I hope you were saying we have to have one contract in the school bus industry, because the city is not going to allow us to not having a bad contract, because they might be end up not having drivers. If you understand, you're going to put 1181 in a scale, because you are already with the city. The city have their own union. I don't know how they're going to translate everything, but if it's 1181, we have to have. But a lot of 1181, that's not our fault. When you was in trouble, it's the president of the union caused that. We have different contract. That's why we cannot come and supporting you. That's why we are fighting for all of us in 1181 to have the same contract. To have the same contract. I will have to say more about this. There's a lot of good questions. So we have November 6th, safety check. November 11th, Veteran Days. We have December 4th, the cleaning. I was talking about the cleaning, guys. You know, you have to have clean. You have to be clean and neat the same way you see DJ Alex. Even I don't have a patch here saying Pioneer, but I have the shirt saying Pioneer right there on me. I have the jacket saying Pioneer right there on me. You could see. Okay? But you have to be clean. The same way you see DJ Alex is clean. It's a little bit of cold. Okay? That's the cleaning check they're going to give. $50 on December 4th. November 26, 27, you know, that's Thanksgiving, guys. And you have December 24th. That's the winter recess. You will have your bonus check. Some people will have the bonus check. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to hear some people. We are all paying union dues. We are all paying in the system. We are all paying medical. We are all giving our blood to push the company. But we have to have the same union. Why somebody have the bonus check and why? I know if you're working for a year or 2 years, I'm not too sure. I have to look on my book to see when you will be able to have the bonus check. But I think once you start working and the company have to give you the bonus check, okay, you have to find out. It's not everything I keep on my mind. So that's why before I say something, I always go and ask question and look in my book and search and saying it. I was saying some date. It's not clear yet. Some date are not clear yet for me to come and talk about it. But if you seeing note posting, and the note that posting today, and the note I post yesterday, I was criticizing the note. Why I was criticizing the note? I don't want anything from our board union came from stranger, or came from somebody, or came from a delegate. I know that who is official for the union, but the way they doing it as a friendlyship or have a partnership with someone, or I'm going to give you that information, go post it or send it out there. You are the one. No, it is not professional. The board union have a website where the 1111 have to post. Does not. I was giving, let me give you an example. I won radio tele style inter. When I used to have a big website, I bought something called template. Not me bought it. My provider told me this is how you're going to run radio style inter. Because you don't have money to call me all the time to maintenance radio style inter. But you're going to have template. I asked him, what is the template? I said, the template, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to show you and I'm going to train you in the template and that's it. But if you write the news, it's a template. The headline of the news, it's a template. The picture is a template. The name of the people on there and the date, it's a template. So you need a lot of template to put picture, to put that, but you don't know. I said, I need a whole of those templates. And I bought maybe like 10 or 15 templates for the radio style inter. And that were costing me money. And at this time, I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't on the top pay. I bought those templates to do radio style inter. That was expensive. But the board union could have only 3 templates. That's not even expensive. And have someone train. Have the president train, not even the president, the secretary. Because most of the time, when the board union leave, those workers stay at 1111. Have them stay there to maintenance the website. When something come out, you don't send it to a delegate, and the delegate choose not Alex Calix to not seeing it and post it on the website. If I go to the website, I have to send my name and I have number to call. Who are you, Alex Calix? And they say, okay, I will put you in. They will never put me in those websites or let me in, let me log. Buy those templates for you guys to get trained. And when you have to put a note, even Michael Cordillo is in his house, or Calix, or whatever, Jimmy Edge, or whatever. I don't know the full name of the board union, that's a shame. But train one of those guys. Train Rennie. Okay? Or have an organizer there said, okay, this is what I want you to post there. So, type this letter and post this, and you will inform your member. But when you do it like that, you showing it for real, you dividing us. You're dividing us. You are, because you are the one who making confusing outside there by giving different contract. You see what happened to Reliant? You see, there is two things that are happening for you board union to think about it. Yes. You know what? The EPP thing. The EPP, you are the one who caused us. Now we might lose the EPP in 3 years because you go and strike the city for the pre-K routes, all of those stuff, and we end up messed up our EPP. Until now, you're fighting for us not to get the EPP. We will lose the EPP, but to make it low for any mayor who's coming there to not sacrifice us. That's what you're trying to make it the law. But second, that's the first one. The second thing, it's just now. You was messing a lot with the Reliant. You mistreating those guys in a bad manner, in a bad way. You selling a lot of bully, a lot of bulldog of the union, fighting with those guys for the contract. Humiliate them, cursing them, forcing them to get bad. What happened now? They become the city worker. Now you're going to need them. So what you going to need them? For them to say, yes, they want you. They have a choice now. They have a chance to choose whatever they have to choose. They might not go in. Of course, yes, I think they will not go in with 11-11. You see what you cause? Now we're going to lose members. I don't want to talk about those stuff, but that's the two things you did for the 12 years you're going to be in power, Cordillo. You have to keep on thinking about it. You like me, you like brothers and sisters who always calling. No, I don't have anything against Michael Cordillo. He will still remain my president. But come on, man. Come on. Do some good job. Be strong. Don't let those owners panicking you. And if you was strong, the workers, if you were strong the way you're supposed to be strong, you could be there for life for those drivers. You could be there for life. Those drivers, those escorts, they will never ask for election or mandate anything. You are not strong at all. You giving. You will never be a Roger Toussaint. You remember at the strike, you refused to take us a weekday to the strike, a Monday to close the city down for everybody to see. This is what the city is doing to the school bus driver. You take us on Sunday when it was snowing and bang. Not even any news, anything. You scared to be in jail. I don't mind. I don't mind for you to go. I understand that. But, come on. Okay, there is certain date I don't want to talk about yet. Because we have to be careful. Because me especially, they have eyes on me. Guys, they have eyes on me. Eyes on me for what? Because I'm telling the truth. Because I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you what's going on in the school bus industry. In the community, when I come and give some good information, people have an eyes on me. Some businessmen. So, not too long ago, like maybe 10 years, 15 years ago, they go and break my windows, right, and blow my tires, stuff like that in Brooklyn, because I was giving information concerning the community. So I was telling people, do not paying for so much money to get an application for citizenship. You could do the application. This is how you do it. I was talking about Social Security. I was talking about tax, all of those stuff. But there's a lot of things here. I don't want to mention it. And it is true, but not yet. But there is a note that came out. I'm the one who posted that note on a WhatsApp group, and I post it on the Haitian WhatsApp group. Read it. Keep on read it. Start from top to the bottom. And when you read it. Keep thinking about your 15%. They were taken away from you. You know what week they were taking that 15%? Soon after they closed the school on March 13. On March 13, they closed the school. So you have a week on there. That's been on March 20. You was getting paid for the week you was working before. And like by March 27, that's when they start taking the 15%. Calculate it. Calculate it. And read those information on the note. Bingo. I don't want to say anything yet. But remember, I am one of the school bus attendants 1111 who put a grievance at National Labor Board. I put grievance. I don't want to mention other people's names. It's not a couple, it's not a bunches, it's a lot. And I know them by heart. And I told those guys, thank you. We was pushing on the 15%. We was pushing on the actual check. This is what I remember until now. I have sound there. I have recording there. I have good recording there. Labor Board was saying the 15%. They don't know for sure. If our union don't give the justification, where they say you have to stick with your union. After that, Labor Department come in and tell us, yes, it's for sure. But now, this note that they posting out there, keep on reading it. And I will have to come up with some good information and some good calculation. I had calculation. Yes, I have calculation. But I hold it. Sometimes when you're fighting, when you're not sure to not take into an ambush, you go back and you hide. Okay? You see how I'm hiding? But don't put your head out there. Bang! They might kill your head. And you're watching. I will bring some good information. You see, I told you, I am calculating already, right here. Because, guys, they've been doing a lot to us in the school bus industry. That's why we have to speak. We have to say something. But we're going to have elections soon. If you're wanting to become the president or if you want to be one of those secretary or financial secretary, why don't you come now? Why don't you come in now and telling us what is your program? And we will tell you what we need. And you guys, why don't you stick together? You see, I have people calling me and telling me I am washing my hands and I'm wiping up on the floor again. So it's because you guys, you don't standing up. If I call somebody, say, I'm not gonna have any time. So you see, I told everybody to subscribe the show. Just what I need. I need you to go on YouTube and you subscribe Alex Calix, and when I have those shows, and you have them. So a lot of people don't want to do that in the school bus industry. A lot of people don't want to do it. A lot of people don't want to be participate. Look at now. It's election day. I know people, you are on election day now. You are watching the election. But why not? You do not participate on what you own. You own the school bus industry. So I know you're watching the election, what is going on now. But I want you to learn. We will have election. We will have an election soon. So you have to observe how they do in election and how we do in election. and what could be happening, what was happening since 8 years, 12 years, and you will have a picture. So this is the questions you have to ask yourself. You have to keep on asking yourself just now those questions, and that's what I'm asking myself. What week we were laid off? What week? What is the specific date of week we were laid off while the pandemic? When did they start taking 15% away from us? You see, you make me laughing. You make me laughing. When did they start taking 15% away from us? How much money we have to pay to the pension fund? And I was talking about that. If you remember, while we were laid off, like around March, April, I was telling you, guys, we're going to have to pay our pension fund. They're going to have us pay it, and we have to have our eyes open. They might charge off more money, because 50 cents from each workers, that's a lot of money. So I was telling you that. You wasn't paying attention while Alex is talking. Now what happening? So you have to, how the union board get paid while we was laid off, and we are the one who paid them. We are the one who paid them. So they are contribute. We are contribute on our paycheck. You see, we were contributing on our on their paycheck, but they not. I'm not going to say that, because that's why I want you to go and read the note. Read the note and open your eyes and calculate. Calculate it. So it is very important. It is very important for, yes, Johnny, open. Yeah, we have people coming in the studio. You saying something? Yeah, remember you are on the, yeah, that's the note. That's the note. This is the note. I'm telling. This is the note. I don't know if they posted today. Yes, this is the note.
No, so they paid.
This is
the company already paid their share.
Okay, listen to this. This is the note I was saying. I was just talking about it. A coworker come and show it to me. This note, I received it yesterday, and the union. That's why I'm telling you, those guys. You are listening to us. You are listening to me. Why anytime I'm saying something and you go and do it? You see, yesterday I go and telling this is not professional. The board union have to post anything on their website. And I was just talking about it. I was talking about template, how to do it. They send this note to people on Reliant all over the places first, or according to their friend. This is what the note was. This is what the note saying. But I send you, go and look for that note. Go and read this note and sitting down carefully and watch. That's why I'm telling you, this is why I might ask you to start looking. What week we were laid off? When did they start taking 15% away from us? How much money we have to pay to the pension fund? And how the board union got paid while we lay off? I don't want to go for more questions. If I want to go for more questions, how the board union going to contribute in their pension, because they still members? How they contributing on the pension plan? Because they were still working. That's what they were saying. And we wasn't working. And we have to pay them because they wasn't. Come on, we wasn't working and they were still working. We have to pay. I don't know how, guys. So for all of you, that's what I'm telling you. I'm going to stop today, and you have to share and subscribing those videos. Those videos is not only for school bus attendants or school bus driver. It's for the community to know we are professional. This is how they conducting certain rules and information, rules and certain law in the school bus industry, and because that's the way the institution should work. Okay, guys, love and peace. Tomorrow is going to be breakfast Creole. We're going to be in Creole and giving a lot of information we just give now. So this is a part of me. I have to do show in English. I have to do show in Creole. And most of the time, people calling me in between night and day and give information. So I love you guys. Peace and love. So it's only one union, 1181 union. But remember what I was just telling you. Reliant people, they were like, mistreating those people not well, mistreating them. So what's going to be happening now? They become the city worker. Are they going to have the same union? According to the rules and regulation, the whole city workers have to have one union. Are they going to be 1181? We don't know yet. Are they going to be 100? We don't know yet. But the union will lose more than 2,000 members. 2,000 members. And that's going to cost us a lot. Now the Reliant people start laughing about us because our union board, you're breaking the company door. Leave that door. If you break it, you put me in trouble. Leave it. So you have to know those stuff, guys. I don't want to mention anything else, but the board union, you have to say something. Come on, guys, the election is coming up. Get ready to vote for someone. And if you're out there, you want to replacing those guys, try, because we don't know what's going to be happening. And hey, come on, board union. It's time now to do a meeting. What are you waiting for? I know COVID-19, but they have Zoom. You have a lot of money in your hands. You have so many things. You have Zoom. You have another way. You have Facebook. You have a meeting. Why not? You scared? You have to have a meeting for people to come and ask you. We want to mandate. Why? Guys, bye-bye. Tomorrow, breakfast Creole, and keep watching. All right? I love you and peace.